Hello and welcome, Reds, for an instant post-match reaction show. Liverpool, as I said from the title and the thumbnail, for me, in my honest opinion, I know people will chime in and go, obviously, the title race isn't over. There's still plenty of games to play for. But for me, it's a disappointing performance again. And you could almost play the post-match reaction shows that we done against Manchester United. We done, obviously, against Atalanta early on this Thursday as well. It's so disappointing. I think firstly you've got to applaud Crystal Palace in terms of the way in which they did apply themselves first and foremost in terms of their setup. I think their game plan, as it has been over the last couple of seasons, when they have come to Anfield as well. Every team that comes to Anfield want to set up well, fire the back, and then look to hit Liverpool on a counter-attack. And Liverpool succumbed to a very good training ground, exercised, well-worked ball down Liverpool's right-hand side. Obviously, Conor Bradley, obviously Canate, they're all ball watching. Good little triangle for Crystal Palace. Obviously, Mitchell going down the left-hand side, little give and go, and then Eze's literally unmarked at the front post to obviously convert that opportunity at the front post and made it 1-0. And then, as we know, the game did transpire. You're looking to Liverpool to really try and look to break down this Crystal Palace side. But we really struggled to do that. Obviously, the substitutions, even when Elliott come on, a couple of the other players, so Buzz coming on, you're looking and you're wanting and hoping really for those substitutions to very much change the complexion of the game. And it was very much a case in point of they didn't really. They honestly didn't. And that's where it's a bit of everything, really. It's disappointing, chat. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you are getting your comments in on the post-match as well, if you are watching this on the repeat, please do let us know. Smash a like on the video as well. Really does help out the YouTube algorithm and obviously on Facebook as well. As you can see there, in terms statistically, speaking from Liverpool, another game where we're talking about missed opportunities. Liverpool created 21 shots today. Obviously, only 6 shots on target from their Palace shots. Liverpool are very fortunate that game, yet again, seems like we're saying the same thing this season, really, where Palace should have been 2 or 3-0 up and they didn't capitalise on their opportunities. I think even if Liverpool do take a couple, 1 or 2 of those chances in that second half, really, yeah. Andy Robbo, a clearance off the line in that game as well. Obviously, in that first half, should have really been 2-0. But yeah, it's disappointing, chat. Please, I want to gauge your thoughts and opinions on this because, as Storm said, since the United, we are out of 3 competitions. Looking forward to a change now, as surely now we have the answers, and we all need to sort a new since the United game as well. Big up there, Manuel, as well. Titanic respects. I don't believe, or I can't, if you like, what you would believe Liverpool to win the finale. I swear to God, I could never ever imagine this outcome this season. Well, Manuel, we are where we are, mate, and we exactly come a couple of weeks' time anyway. It'd be great if Arsenal did drop points today and City did drop points in the next couple of weeks. They won't. They shouldn't. In my honest opinion, the games Liverpool have got to come as well. We spoke about that last week. We've still got to play Everton, still got to play Aston Villa away from home as well, and the other teams that we've got coming up. And it was always going into this running. Everyone spoke, even the neutrals said Liverpool have got the more favourable running in terms of fixtures. 2 weeks past that now, obviously Liverpool. We'll just make it hard work for ourselves every single time. And even if Arsenal do drop points today, you expect City to be dropping points, especially when we hand City, we hand Arsenal the initiative today. Really, it's going to be difficult, very difficult. The Red Machine, big up there, Tom. I never thought I'd say I missed. Behave, lad. No chance. Now you're on the wind up, lads. Now you're on the wind up. Gary Talio. One has to be had enough. It's not good enough. Shocking in the last 2 home games. And as Fabian said there, can't wait for the next manager to come in and clear out a few players as well. Me too, Fabian. I think you've been watching me last season as well. When we've needed it tactically from Jurgen Klopp, we've come up short. And people might go, "Oh, we've only missed out on the title by 1 or 2 points." Of course we have. But we've only won one league title in that spell of the last 5-6 seasons. Winners win and get things over the line. They find a way. And in that season, we did. We battled when we won the league all those years ago. We battled. But on Thursday tonight as well, the United games, the 2 United games, winners and the mentality within within the squad, we found out quite a lot today again. The second ball, third ball transitions, the intensity, and people might blame tiredness, and yeah, I'm not buying into that excuse as well. Yes, the players might be fatigued, but at the end of the day, if you want to be winning a league title, you've got to dig in deep. You've got to have that squad depth, and I think in terms of the selection for me, I personally, going into this game, I spoke about it yesterday on the pre-match build-up show, I wouldn't have played Salah. It looks like Salah's on his holidays already. I think it's going to be, not just in terms of a managerial change at Liverpool, there's going to be a couple of those players that potentially already, for me, I looked at that game and was like, looks like they're already on their holidays, looking like they want to get their move for the new club next season as well. It's disappointing. And as Gary said, Klopp must look at himself as well. Yeah, like even as the game did transpire, we knew exactly the game plan would unfold, and it was exactly what you expected from Palace or any team for that matter, not just Palace today. But their fans could rightly so be very absolutely buzzing. They're on cloud 9 as well. But it's almost a case in point. Palace aren't the first side in Jurgen Klopp's tenure to come to Anfield, frustrate us, sit behind the ball. But it was almost a case in point of everyone was looking around each other on the pitch today and they were like, do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? No, no, no. And even with the chances, I'm sorry, Núñez, I love the lad, I back the lad, but he needs to be better in that chance in the 6-yard box. Either side of the goalkeeper, what does Núñez do? Whacks it straight at the goalkeeper. He needs to be doing much better than that as well. And as Brian said there, ridiculous game. Salah, I think he's lost a yard of pace, the machine. I think he certainly, his mind at the minute, I watched that today, and even the last couple of weeks, I've said his mind somewhere. His mind is somewhere, probably at another club already as well. Curtis Jones, yeah, it's saying you wanted a bigger performance from Curtis Jones today. I think that chance at the back end of the game, even if we get a point out of this game, it's something, but he had the option on his left, and he obviously could have had Salah to square it. But even if Jones did square that to Salah at the back of the game, who's to say Salah would have put that in the back of the net? Just remember that Manchester United chance. It was the league game where he could have just slotted it in with his right foot, but decided against shanking it like ever so wide anyway. But yeah, the machine, the Alisson save, the Robinson save, the Andy Robbo clearance off the line. Yet again, we're talking about obviously the defenders and obviously the goalkeeper doing their job, but your attackers aren't doing the job. I think the substitutions today were extremely slow by Jurgen Klopp today. I think the Harvey Elliott, on our watch along, we were asking for the substitution to be brought on a bit more quicker. For me, it got to 10 minutes on the clock, and you're looking at the sideline, and Harvey Elliott's coming on. Elliott should have been brought on the 60-minute mark, at least. Obviously, we've seen the impact Elliott has done this season when he has come on, impacted the game, getting that late penalty at Old Trafford as well, and obviously getting the goal in the FA Cup. And then yet again, Liverpool's inability to control a game of football cost us in the FA Cup, cost us in the Premier League at Old Trafford, cost us today as well. I'm surprised Liverpool didn't leave all of our players up the other end of the pitch and get counter-attacked again. It's inexcusable, really, in terms of a tactical play. But at the end of the day, when your forwards aren't putting the ball in the back of the net, you've got no chance of winning games of football. We lack, I think, when Torres was running through on goal, you'd expected him to find the back of the net. Suarez would nutmeg about 6 players and put the ball in the back of the net and create the chance himself as well. But the only killer in between in the box for Liverpool in our club is Salah on a good day, and I mean on a good day, hasn't had a good day in a very long time for Liverpool, and Jota as well. Jota is the killer, but Jota was feeding on scraps today when he come on again. We're trying to, and even the sideways and backwards passing, it was very much exactly what we had last season. Not the back end of last season, where we improved in terms of performances, but in terms of the months building up to that, like last season as well. It's almost, we're trying to get the ball to McAllister. If he doesn't do it, Endo, I think we've ran Endo and McAllister into a brick wall. Of course, those two lads are going to be tired, but we're far too reliant on individual players for me instead of actual individual tactics and in-game management to very much facilitate a win and get all 3 points. Yeah, come what the end of the season, as you have said, chat, will be interesting in terms of change in management. I just want to see a more progressive coach in terms of trying to change formation. But Liverpool, as is the case under Jurgen Klopp, we've only got one way of winning games of football, and you look at Robbo, the amount of overload from Robbo down that left-hand side, it got to 10, 20 minutes in that game, and they're all sideways, backwards passing. There's no one really getting that ball and drilling it. I think if you remember the back end of that game today, chat, Ibu played a very, very good ball straight into our attackers, bypassing the Palace midfield and bypassing Liverpool's midfield as well when you got centre-halves. And if Amarin does come in, that's going to be something very interesting. The way in which he wants to play his centre-halves, they're aggressive, they step into the middle of the pitch and they try and bypass it. And Amarin, if it is to be him coming in, looking at all the documentaries and the great videos that are there on social media about Amarin, in terms of the way in which he plays, he's very direct as a manager as well. He wants to keep possession, of course he does, but he's not afraid to go long. Thing is, Liverpool, when we go long, it's not in our DNA to do it. Our DNA is getting the ball out wide and then getting it into the box with but even when Liverpool did get the ball out wide today, there was no one on the six-yard penalty area. And even if there was, our attackers just weren't putting the ball in the back of the net as well. So, yeah, as Gary said, the front three needs to be more ruthless. What did Gakpo do? And I'd say he tried his best, Gary. It was actually great to see Cody Gakpo actually play in his favourable position, and that was his left-hand side. For me, Gakpo should have been brought on the 60th, 50th minute mark. Gakpo, what he does do well when he plays, when he has done for Holland, when he plays for PSV, is he brings players in. He's a big lad. And even when we did have those glimpses, and it was glimpses against Atalanta, if you can remember all the way back to on Thursday night, Gakpo was the one trying to drive the ball. He turned, got his head up, and he was playing those forward balls. But even today, a couple of touches, didn't have a lot of touches, because really Liverpool were disappointing. It was trying to get those balls up to the likes of Gakpo, Jota, and the other attacking players, but it's disappointing. I'm absolutely fuming, but it's come to the point really where you get what you deserve in football, and when you're not taking your chances, we deserve to get beat 1-0 today. On another day, should have really been 2 or 3-0 from Crystal Palace. The front three needs to pick up there, Brian. I think there will be a wholesale changes, not just in the management and the dugout for Liverpool. There will be a lot of players by today's performance moving on. And it's the thing is, and I said this on my post-match against obviously United games and all that as well. We brought Szoboszlai in, and we're not fully integrating his best qualities into this team. That's mainly why I don't think Klopp knows how to get the best out of to use a player of the ability. It's not just Klopp, but the technical staff as well. In terms of what you want to do. Of course, Szoboszlai's one of his best qualities is his running capabilities, and we knew that with the statistics, analysing his game before he got that move to Liverpool. And we're like, oh, sounds he'll offer Liverpool legs, but he can offer you more than just legs. It's almost like, obviously, with Ginny, Henderson, and Fabinho as well, it was that engine room. But if Liverpool want to take the step forward, not got to look past just Jurgen Klopp as well. Next couple of seasons, be patient, but we've got ball. We need to have a couple more ball playing midfielders as well. We've got Jones in that, but in terms of to really make that step, and I love Curtis Jones. I've still got a lot of faith in him. But it's this. I'm not just going to pin the blame on Liverpool, and you will have people pinning the blame on just Jones as well. It's a whole team collective as well. When you think about it defensively, apart from Alisson and Robbo today, Ibu, I don't even understand what Ibu and Virgil van Dijk were doing today in certain elements of our passes of play. Like, they were just too busy ball watching, even on set pieces as well. Liverpool are winning the first initial knockdown, then we're not picking up the second ball chance to really put that ball in the back of the net as well. So much is wrong with Liverpool at this moment in time, and disappointed. As Gary said there, 9 years, 1 league title says it all. But you'll have the people chiming in, and that's the facts as clear as day. Yes, City, but City are killers. City are killers when it comes down to April, May time. They get the job over the line. Manchester United got the job over the line when it was Fergie. Chelsea, when it was Mourinho. They were born winners. They were born winners that knew what they needed to do. And if it was needed, with those managers just mentioned, when they won those league titles, they weren't passive in the transfer market. Jurgen Klopp for the last Liverpool in the last couple of seasons, we've been far too passive and far too relaxed in terms of course, strengthening this squad. Szoboszlai coming in, great. McAllister, great. But that was probably a season too late, really. Like, we can't just pass up the opportunity. And people might go, it's ahead of schedule. And the fact that we've done so well to integrate those players, the likes of McAllister, Endo, Szoboszlai, it's great. But we're in a position, have been for the last couple of weeks, where if you're in this position, put your foot down, put the foot on the pedal, really, and get it over the line, really. But it's always, we've got here, and then sounds, we'll just let it pass us by. Let it pass us by, this title. But yeah, thing is, we've just given the momentum to City now. We know from history, and even if Arsenal do drop points here today, City are an absolute juggernaut. They won't take it upon themselves to go for that league title. Probably go and win the Champions League as well, if they can get past Real Madrid. Big up the Anfield Lark. Gutted, but we haven't been a team in control of game for weeks. We've had possession, but a lack of composure in the final third and clinical finishing, plus a leaky defence as well. 100% there, mate. Couldn't have said it any better as well. Where was Darwin? Darwin was making the runs. We all seen that game today. Darwin Núñez was very much looking to get that ball in behind. Like, thing is, Liverpool aren't a long ball team. The only way Liverpool get the ball into the box is either in the wide areas, or we try and ticky-tack it around the edge of the penalty area, trying to pass the ball to death. But Darwin was making some very good runs in that first half. We were just unable, the players, the midfield, and even the defence, we were unable to get that ball over the back line of Palace. Because even when Palace did push up at the top end of the pitch, really, you're looking to the space in behind to exploit. But yeah, it's frustrating. It's not £65 million wasted, Brian. What's getting wasted is Klopp's and the technical staff's inability to actually coach certain players in the system. We've all been crying our eyes out to try and get Trent, Alisson back into this system. Of course, any team in world football would miss the quality of those players. But even when Trent did come on today, I'm not having a go at Trent. I'm having a go at the overall setup, the way in which we just passing the ball around for passing's sake. There was no identity to the way in which we wanted to try and get the ball in the back of the net, really. It was almost the point of get the ball out wide, we'll cross the ball in. That game against, was it Tottenham 2 years ago at Anfield? where we drew, and that was more or less similar to the game today, where Tottenham come with a game plan. Teams will come in the next, even in the away games as well. They'll do it. They'll sit behind the ball and frustrate us. But yeah, you need more from the team, and you need more from the bench as well. Amarin will bring new blood. Diamonde and Iasio will come in to replace Matip and a backup keeper as Keller probably won't be moving in to Celtic. Yeah, so Manuel, there's going to be plenty of movement, not just in the dugout today, mate. It's frustrating, and people go, of course, if the season's not over. Of course, it's not over. But Liverpool need to be proactive, not just on the sideline, but on the pitch. These players needed today to show that there was a title on the line, but those players and the management, even the reaction in terms of the slowness of the substitutions, there was a league title there to be on. There was a league title on the line today to be in contention till the end of May. But we've fallen at the bloody last match week 32. We fell at the hurdles anyway. Buy 2 more strikers to add to Diaz and Jota as well. Yeah, the thing is, Diaz, if it wasn't for Diaz the last couple of weeks as well, I've been wanting more from Diaz, and he certainly delivered in the last couple of weeks as well. But when you look at Diaz, even today, there was a transition down that left-hand side where he's dribbled past a couple of players, got in behind Crystal Palace, then he gets his head up. And then who's there? No one. No one's there to be wanting in that position. Because what you want is either a Liverpool attacker, whether that be Núñez or Salah, to really either come short and then one goes at the back post, and then that stretches the Palace back line. It creates space as well, or a runner from midfield as well to get into the box late. Like Kevin De Bruyne and the likes of Bernardo Silva, even Gundogan last season, players of that ilk, late runners. If it's not your attackers, you're looking to your midfielders as well to really run onto the end of the transition and try and get a ball into the back of the net as well. But yeah, Dan's, it's got to the point, mate. Obviously a back heel, I know. Obviously a very good finish, but yeah, he's going to be a top player. But what we don't want is to ruin Dan's so early on in his career. He's got the right opportunity, but Amarin, or if it's a coach that likes to play with youngsters in terms of start 11, a manager that's not afraid to play players. Thing is, when you offer Salah 350 grand a week, we know Salah, he's carried Liverpool on his back for bloody years in terms of his goals and assists. But when Salah is struggling, and he is struggling at this moment in time, in a bit of form, but it's almost a case in point, as it has been for the last couple of seasons. If it wasn't Mane, if it wasn't Salah, if it wasn't Alisson bailing you out with a game, it's disappointing, mate. It is. But yeah, Jayden Danns doesn't get a chance. He's proven he deserves one. Yeah, Zane, at the end of the day, mate, put him up front with Jota. I'd like to see Liverpool play with 2 strikers, play a 4-4-2, spice it up a bit, like go a bit more direct. You're playing at home at Anfield. Play 2 strikers, play Salah right mid, or even Szoboszlai on the left, or even Diaz. Obviously, Diaz played in a 4-4-2 system at Porto, so I think that's even more of his natural position as well, playing as a wide man in a 4-4-2 or whatnot. But yeah, it's disappointing, chat. We could go on, Jack. Thing is, big up there, Maverick. Come on, team, smash the like button. Big up there, Maverick. Big up there, chat as well. And in terms of, just the tactics were absolutely diabolical today. I'm not going to go on any longer as well, because we'll be going over the same thing. Like, the main thing I want to address in terms of my opinion as well, get to all your comments as well. Make sure I read out all your comments before we do shoot off as well. In terms of the tactics from Jurgen Klopp as well, absolutely disappointing. But in terms, at the end of the day, football is a very, very simple game. When you don't take your chances, you get punished in football. And Liverpool, the last couple of weeks, have certainly got punished. Mate, Salah's the same problem. Loss of pace. The thing is, Messi was phenomenal, mate. But yeah, Salah needs to adapt his game as well. Gakpo was okay when he come on as well. Maverick, Salah, Núñez, Diaz, Szoboszlai not on it at all, well below the levels that they should be. Not that Klopp be putting their pressure in jeopardy as well. The energy and the motivation has disappeared, and not that Klopp is going. He can't get it back as well. Yeah, and that was the main thing as well. The Liverpool going to score on a brothel as well. True, mate. Where was Gravenberch? He was on the bench, mate. But even still, Gary, even if we played with an extra 2 or 3 players today, we still would have been doing the exact same mistakes over and over and over again. But, as I said, looks like some of those players have already succumbed to the realisation that they give up. Today's performance was a case of the give up mentality as well. Yeah, I think Virgil and Mo will leave. I think they will as well, Steve. And I think they will. And with the new manager in, there needs to be funds. Everyone's acting like FSG will provide Liverpool with a magic pot of money next season. We won't. These owners have been stingy in our time. And FSG are in for a big, big, big realisation. Because Jurgen Klopp was very much happy to be a yes man. And he's done numerous interviews where even last season he was having a go at the fans around the world for demanding a couple of signings. We were only demanding a couple of signings because we knew we're not stupid. We could see that midfield for the best part of the last 4 or 5 years needed help. We've took off 5 years of Fabinho's playing career. We ran Fabinho into the ground. We ran Ginny into the ground. We ran Henderson into the ground. We're going to run McAllister into the ground if we don't get adequate quality in and around McAllister and good and better midfield players into this team as well. So yeah. The thing is, we will need to sell, but I think, as is the case with FSG, we're a sell to buy club as well. We honestly are. And people go, "Oh, we went out and bought Szoboszlai." Of course we did. Szoboszlai was needed. So was McAllister. So was Endo as well. And we need more than just them because we can't continue. Because there will be games like today where you need to bring midfield players on that control the game and then look to just create space. They give opposition players the idea of like where do we need to go, but we need to be relentless. And today we weren't relentless as well. Yeah, returning to the Almost Boys as well. The schedule in 3 or 4 years too late. We need to. It's disappointing. It's thing is Maverick, and it's disappointing. And the thing is, for what Salah has done for this football club is absolutely amazing. But I think Salah, he's probably looking around him and going, I can't continue to bail Liverpool Football Club out every single time. It'd be great if actually Liverpool stopped going behind in games and actually started keeping clean sheets. But we spoke about this after the Atalanta game. We spoke about this in the build-up where there's no confidence within this side to keep clean sheets. When we won the league, we had one of the best defences in Europe. And don't get me started. Gomez. Why Gomez was dropped, I could be here for another 20 minutes. But Gomez has been one of Liverpool's best performers this season. But yeah, somehow can't get in ahead of Ibu Konate. And Ibu, we know Ibu's quality, but is Ibu Konate going to be the next Joel Matip in the next 2-3 years where he continues to pick up injuries here and there? We need consistency at the back. And there will be a wholesale changes at Liverpool next season. As Brian said, the squad Klopp took over was 8th and was in terrible shape. He's only made 1 loan and then the rebuild began. To say we won 1 in 9 isn't fair. We were not a top side when he took over. 100% there, but we weren't a top side. Every Liverpool fan knows how poor and how dire this side is. But let's not forget the great work that Jurgen Klopp has done for Liverpool. And I can understand why he's tired now. He's tired of the owners. He's tired because it's a difficult thing to do is manage Liverpool Football Club. You're not just managing the club as a whole. You're managing the expectations of us as fans. But whoever does come in next, the end of this season, they're coming in with all that baggage. But I don't want to be going into next season. I won't be going into next season. That squad is capable of challenging for the league title. Whether who leaves or who doesn't leave, but we need to build on the strong foundation blocks. Oh, what a save by Emi Martinez. Tell you what a phenomenal save. As it stands still, Arsenal 0-0. And you'll have people going after, probably on the post-match reaction show, caught in the comments, oh, Chelsea dropped Arsenal dropped points. I'd say it's a wonderful thing, but it'll be interesting. The issue has been for plenty of years is City. City are relentless. Even if Arsenal drop points today, yeah, it's City. City have always been that team. Yeah. Hopefully people can finally see Endo's limitations. He's not a level for the Premier League running. Maverick, the thing is, he's good to be a squad player, Maverick, and he's been very good for us. But the thing is, we've not had a capable six at the football club since Fabinho. Fabinho was a world-class number 6, apart from his last season at Liverpool, because we ran him into the ground. His legs went, Fabinho, it's understandable. But even this notion at the beginning of the year where we're playing McAllister in the 6, no. McAllister's best position was in that 8, playing that a bit more advanced role at Brighton and even for Argentina as well. So there's quality out there, chat. I don't want to be going into the new season going, new manager, obviously a couple of changes here and there. Go out and buy quality and pad out this squad as an overall. Oh, that was Saka, unlucky there, lad. Is it going to be another case in point for Arsenal? A bit like us today where missed opportunities. Maybe. Well, City are top of the league. Nunez is away. Sorry, Jack. Isaac or Machine. Oh, bloody hell. What is it? We buy Isaac for 70 million and he just becomes another Joe Matip. It's very dangerous. Whoever does sign Isaac, if Newcastle struggle to keep hold of him, you've got to keep him fit as well. We need a proper DM who knows what they're doing. McAllister, Mac 10 can't play all these mid positions to be at a high level as well. And Maverick and chat, that team was tired today. McAllister was tired. Endo is tired. Obviously, didn't have the best performance today, but we've ran those 2 lads into a bloody brick wall, and they can only do so much. It was a bit like watching, remember when Steven Gerrard carried our football club on his back for the best part of 15, 20 years? Ridiculous. But yeah, definitely Klopp and Linda's responsibility for not having a proper plan B and C. But Salah, Nunez, Diaz, Szoboszlai capable for their naivety and incompetence recently. Missed shots, passes, yeah. And even we've talked about the chances missed. But when you can't just string a 5-10 yard pass to your teammate, it's inexcusable, really. Big up there, Ray. Big up Jack and Shat. Big up, mates. That's yeah, I'd say because the thing is, we've waited 30 years, but I'm not in the notion of giving him a statue now. That man, for what he's done, but what he could have done, he could have been winning more Champions Leagues, more Premier Leagues as well. But I think the owners, and it always comes back to the owners as well. The owners, because even when we missed out in the league by 1 or 2 points, the following season, we never really capitalised on the good quality players. Like the thing is, Klopp in his management career, even at Dortmund, even at Mainz as well, he's always been a manager that has not always had the funds available to him. At Liverpool, the funds have always been there. But as a fan base, we've been far too relaxed in wanting more. It's not a case of being selfish as a fan. It's a case in point that we've wasted. I'd say we've wasted Salah as well for the amount of goals and assists he's done. Alisson, the best goalkeeper since Clements at Liverpool Football Club as well. It's been ridiculous. Virgil van Dijk, he's a good centre-half, but I think he needs help in front of him and Everton as well. But yeah, it's frustrating, chat. Round off here, get through all your comments as well. I want to say a massive thank you for everyone that is tuned in today. It's disappointing today, obviously, but we need to crack on. The games aren't going to stop. We need to keep on performing, keep on putting in good performances and not performances that we've seen today as well. Yeah, Maverick, the money, and I said, and I was like you all those months ago in January, I was buzzing on cloud nine when that news broke. But thing is, I think it was a PR stunt by Liverpool Football Club to say we knew exactly that Caicedo had made his decision to go to Chelsea probably a very long time ago. But then we've got to be content and happy with Endo. It's like, Endo's performing well, but yeah, it's disappointing. But big up there, Manuel, 100%, mate. Firmino and Mane were finished 4 years ago, lad. That's when you refresh. Now, Gary, you refresh with those players still in your squad, mate. I think we were so happy to get Mane and Firmino off the wage bill. I know they were on big wages and that, but what you need to do is to blood in the youngsters as well. Bring in Nunes to learn off Bobby Firmino, to learn off Mane as well. For me, it wasn't a case of certain players losing their legs. It was a case in point of Liverpool tactically not knowing what to do to get the game over the line as well. But yeah, chat. Then a round off here anyway. Wiggs' comments. I want to see the new manager play more than three in midfield. Front three are a waste of a man as well. Yeah. Thing is, Pep does that so well, or managers that win titles and win big trophies. They're very proactive within a game. Like, all of us can see what's going on. Like, we had 97 minutes today to score a goal, but we were far too passive, far too relaxed and everything. But yeah, as Maverick said, Endo is a squad player. You need squad players. Every great squad has squad players as well. But Endo, it's disappointing, really. But chat, as Gary said, Liverpool need changes in the summer. We certainly do need changes. We'll have our parade, and we'll thank Jurgen Klopp for what he has done. 100%. I love the lad. We all love Jurgen, but I think this season is a crossroads, really, where we realise we need change in the dugout. We need some fresh blood into this squad as well. Certain players need to be moved on as well. But chat, we go again. Thing is now, chat, we've got 4 away games. 4 away games. Obviously, the Atalanta game, we need to turn over a 3-goal deficit in that game. Then we're going away to Fulham, away to Everton, who are in desperate need of 3 points, and then we're going away to West Ham. So yeah. As Panov said, Peter, I think the Achilles heel was that we have said it's nice to win, but it's not everything. That there are more important things in life. We're ruthless enough. 100% there. Big up there. We need a system where one mistake doesn't mean a goal or a chance at goal as well. 100% there as well. Big up there, Barry. Sorry, mate. I did miss your comment there. Apologies, wasn't intentional. Hope City do win it because nobody cares the day after. Big up there. Big up there, Barry, as well. Big up there, Icon. Garbage, no more excuses. This team would lose. Yeah, big up there, chat, as well. Have a lovely rest of your afternoon as well. Everyone, I will see you tomorrow at 6 p.m. as well. Massive thank you for all your comments, likes, shares, and subscribe as well. Everyone, look after yourself. You're absolute legends. And we go again against Atalanta. Hopefully Liverpool can start finishing our chances as well. Disappointing.